Barnie, and I'm a degree apprentice at Midland Heart. So I'm currently studying a degree in accountancy and finance with Oxford Brookes, and completing my professional qualifications with the ACCA. So obviously that's fantastic, getting paid to do your job as, for me, management accountant. We're offering 5 different degree apprenticeships, some September 2023. And I cannot suggest more that you should be doing something on these lines. At the end of my program, I will have graduated from a top university, have a job to walk into, have lots of practical experience, and I'll be miles ahead of everyone that's gone down the traditional uni route. I think that's the key thing, is the amount of additional experience and advantage you get over university is massive. Why did I choose to do a degree apprenticeship? So I had actually gone to university for a year, so I was studying maths, and after a year, I loved the social experience, let's say, but the course wasn't for me. I still wanted my degree. I wanted to feel like I was, my work was doing something good for the world, and the course that I was doing at uni just wasn't for me, so I decided to look into degree apprenticeships. So far it's been the best decision of my education and career I could have made. Like I said, I'm getting paid for the work that I do. I'm studying. 20% of my week is purely for my studies, and the other 80% is obviously focusing on building my experience as a management accountant. Even with the step back of going to university, I will still be years ahead of my peers who took on the traditional university route. Like I said, by the time I finish, I'll have 3 or 4 years of relevant experience. I'd have been paid for that full time, getting pay rises during that period of time, all the while not having any debt in terms of my university loans, my professional qualifications, which are all expenses that everyone needs to consider if they go down the traditional university route. Doing the job whilst learning is obviously massively beneficial as well. The work that I do obviously leads directly into the learning that I do. It allows me to ask more relevant questions, get a better understanding of, if we're learning about something, for example, a specific type of accounts. I won't bore you all with the actual details. I'll have done that or something along those lines at work, and that helps because then I can ask questions which not only benefit me for my learning, but help me to understand what I'm doing in my job day to day. And that's the same with every degree apprenticeship. No matter what position or role you decide to go into, your learning will always be supporting your work, and vice versa. So when it came to choosing a degree apprenticeship and who to go with, Midland Heart for me really stood out. So I'd applied to a couple of different apprenticeships for accountancy. And for those of you that don't know who we are, Midland Heart is a housing association with a great social purpose. We provide affordable homes to those that need them most, helping people across the Midlands to live independently. The social purpose was a huge driver for me. I could have gone into a large firm where I'm one of hundreds, and your only job is get the paychecks in, get paid, and that's that. But for me, I feel like the work that I'm doing is really helping to improve the community, support our local communities, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. And no matter what role you're in, if you do decide to join Midland Heart, that you'll absolutely feel like you're doing that as well. I was also interested in joining Midland Heart as our cohort of apprentices is quite small compared to a lot of others, like I mentioned before. So for example, my cohort I believe was 6, there's 5 that we're recruiting to for the next September. Which is great because I am the sole focus. I'm the only degree apprentice in accountancy at the moment. When I've got a question, I've got issues, I can approach the team, the talent team, my team, and I've got the support that I need, which is so incredibly important because I've been in a position where at university I didn't feel like my voice voice was heard. I didn't feel like I could raise my concerns, and now I've got a great team behind me in Midland Heart, and I would advise you guys to at least consider us. We're over in just over that direction. We've got some Lego, if you'd like to build a Lego man. We help to build your careers, so you can build yourself as a Lego person if you so desire. So yeah, I guess, what are you waiting for? As I said before, doing a degree apprenticeship has absolutely been the best decision of my life, for my career, for my education, and I've been in the lucky position of experiencing both. And I will now have no debt building up in terms of my studies. I'll get my degree, my qualifications, and there's not really a downside. I guess when applying to the actual university, the apprenticeship, I strongly recommend that obviously you do consider Midland Heart. We're a fantastic organisation. I've been there for almost 2 years now, and I have never worked for a better company, and I can wholeheartedly say that. When applying, my top tip and my best bit of advice would be, be yourself, enjoy the process. Obviously, if you're not enjoying it, so be it. Perhaps it's not the right role for you. It is quite an intense and rigorous application process. There's a lot of tasks to do to kind of keep you busy rather than just waiting around, which I really enjoyed, and I'm sure you guys will as well. Of course, if you do want to find out more, like I said, we're just over there in the corner, round the back, and if you've got any questions, come speak to us. Is there anything I missed?
I don't think so, Barney. You covered that really well. If anybody is wondering exactly what we've got to offer, we have got a number of degree apprenticeship opportunities, from external maintenance like fire safety engineers and building surveyors, right through to technology like cyber security, and also business intelligence development as well as a commercial officer opportunity as well. Our application process opens in October of this year. However, we are accepting interest today, so feel free to come over and see us. We can tell you lots more information, and if you are interested, it's better to get in there quickly, and we can take a look at your application first. Our degree apprentices will be joining us and starting from September 2023. Happy to hand over to any questions from you guys.
Where do I sign up?
We are straight over in that direction. Yeah. Follow us immediately afterwards. You can come over. Is there a question this side?
Thank you. What would you say to somebody post-16 about thinking about possibly ending up on a degree apprenticeship? What decisions should they be making at 16?
Well, I mean, when I was 16, my goal was not an apprenticeship to begin with. It was very much the traditional route of, you complete your GCSEs, you finish your A-levels, you go to university, and that was just kind of like the set way. It always has been, and it's only just recently started to change, I think. So I think, obviously, do your best with your exams and your studies as they currently are, but just keep in mind about the huge amount of opportunities that are available to you. Have a think about what it is that you want to go into, what potentially different subjects may benefit you in that, because whilst we may not require a specific A-levels, for example, in order to get into a specific role, there's certainly benefit to, say, having a maths A-level if you're doing something that is quite mathematics focused. So yeah, it's just, I'd just plan ahead. Obviously, when I was 16, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. It was just kind of making sure I was best prepared by kind of covering all my bases, doing what I enjoyed in terms of my A-levels, and yeah, just kind of keep my options open.
Any other questions? Thank you very much